Hello everyone, Kay with Soon. I hope everybody had a good week. If you traded, there was a considerable amount of volatility. Great for intraday position traders, possibly for really short-term swing traders to trade the tops and the lows of the range. Uh, all in all, a good week. I want to do a sort of a light market profile analysis, um, but not with daily profiles. I want to use custom multi-day profiles, weekly profiles, monthly profiles, etc. And I'm doing this on ES. The reason I'm doing it on ES is very simple. Since this analysis is for the index futures and ES is the broadest market in terms of index futures or the broadest indice, that's the one I want to do it. I'm doing it on the futures as opposed to SPX or SPY, but you could use SPX or SPY. You could use those two instruments as well. I prefer to do it on the futures. Now, this is a 2.5 day profile, which the reason if you're wondering why I split it into 2.5 days, is because I want to see what the last 2.5 days price action and was in context of a profile. I'm using a price profile, and you can easily see that in the last 2.5 days, value was pulled lower. So that gives us a little bit of an idea of what traders felt comfortable with towards the end of the week. And it's always valuable to see towards the end of the week if traders are holding long positions, short positions, or if they are not holding any positions. That gives us a little bit of their psychology or sentiment, what they're comfortable with. And towards the end of the week, value was pulled lower. However, we did see some buying come into the markets intraday today, and valued low was, for lack of a better word, protected or showed buyers coming in at the extremes of or overreaction of the value low. As we go back into a weekly profile, a weekly or 5 day profile, we can see that again point of control is right around that 163, which was on a 2.5 day profile. Value high is 170 and value low is 158. So we're having a hard time pushing up above 170. As soon as we went above it, there were no interest. Buyers were not interested, and we pushed back below it. This is a 2 week profile. Point of control is a little bit lower. You can see this large peak here. We were not successful in building higher value on this day when we try to push higher. It was quickly rejected. This is a month to date profile, so it's not quite a full month, but it's the month of March till today, which is the 26th. When you look at these different profiles combined, you have a better idea than just looking at the monthly. But a lot of times a monthly profile or a weekly profile can give you this almost the same view. What I'm noticing is that obviously we have point of control similar area for the month, which is good. So value has been pulling higher for this month. On the other hand, what we're noticing is that we're having a hard time taking value higher, building value higher. And I'm noticing the 170 from looking at different charts, 170 to 172 is becoming quite drastically, quite tough resistance area. So what I'm going to do for next week, I'm going to be watchful of the weekly value high of 170 to 172. So I would recommend that you put that on your charts and see what happens. And even if you're day trading, it's quite important to keep these levels, be aware of these levels. And the reason for it is once you see market overreact or to these levels or react sharply to these levels, then since you've done your homework and you were looking at that level to begin with, this puts you in a better position to understand what's going on. In other words, you're much more prepared to understand what's going on. And as usual, if you're prepared, you're going to be able to take advantage of the situation much better. So for next week, again, 170 to 172 on E-mini ES. Even if you're trading YM or NQ, or you're trading, let's say you're trading Russell or EMD, doesn't matter. Be aware of this level. I mean, I don't trade ES every single day. I might decide to trade Euro tomorrow on Monday for even day trading, but I'll be very much aware of these levels on ES, and I'll still keep an eye on it. So I mean, that's what floor traders, they're trading, but they're aware of what gold is doing, what oil is doing. They're aware of what the dollar is doing, what euro is doing, and regardless of what they're trading. So for professional traders, if you want to be really good at your craft, be aware. Don't get a tunnel vision just with one instrument. Intermarket analysis is quite important to understanding what the markets are doing. So if I on Monday I decide to trade, for example, the Russell, I'm still going to be very much aware of this 172 on ES, because if ES gets stuck between 170 and 172 and is rejected sharply, well, it's going to pull down the rest of the indices too, or it's going to pull down the rest of the index features as well. Anyways, this is again a light analysis of longer term profiles. Let's see what happens next week. Thanks for watching.